Simon & Schuster Audio presents Field Notes from a Catastrophe: Man, Nature, and Climate Change by Elizabeth Kolbert. Read by Hope Davis with an introduction by the author.
On August 23, 2005, a tropical depression, the 12th of the season, developed in the southeastern Bahamas. The following day, it was upgraded to a tropical storm and given a name, Katrina. The storm continued to gain strength as it moved slowly north and then west, becoming a Category 1 hurricane on August 25th and a Category 5 hurricane, the highest possible designation, on August 28th. Katrina struck New Orleans on August 29th, packing winds of over 100 miles an hour and producing a storm surge that breached the levees protecting the city. The result, as the world soon learned, was a catastrophe. More than 1,000 people died, hundreds of thousands were displaced, and tens of billions of dollars worth of property was destroyed. Just a few weeks before Katrina struck, Carrie Emanuel, a climate scientist at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, published a study on the relationship between hurricanes and global warming. Hurricanes draw their energy from the warm surface waters of the ocean, and most climate models predict that as sea surface temperatures rise, hurricanes will increase in intensity. Emanuel's study showed that not only was hurricane strength likely to grow in the future, it had already increased, right in line with rising sea surface temperatures. Just a few weeks after Katrina, a second group of scientists published a study using an entirely different set of data. It also concluded that hurricane intensity had risen in recent decades. Shortly after that study was published, a second storm, Hurricane Rita, briefly reached Category 5 strength before slamming into the Texas coast near the Louisiana border. The storm had intensified as it passed over the Gulf of Mexico, where water temperatures were significantly higher than normal. It was the first time in the historical record that two storms in the Gulf had reached Category 5 in the same season. In early October, I went down to Louisiana to see what Katrina and Rita had wrought. At that point, the weather was clear and hot. Although more than a month had passed since it was flooded, New Orleans was still almost entirely empty, a modern ghost town with garbage skittering down the streets. On the sides of the vacant houses, rescue workers had scrawled grim notations: "One dog," or "Dead cat." Further south, the devastation was even more grotesque. In Plaquemines Parish, which stretches south and east of the city.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?